Welcome to the commencement ceremony for Western Governors University. This commencement is taking place at the Frank Irwin Center in Austin, Texas.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 75th commencement ceremony for Western Governors University. Graduates, families, and friends, thank you for joining us as we celebrate this special occasion. Our ceremony is being recorded and streamed live over the internet. A special welcome to all of our online participants joining us across the country and around the world. Please silence your cell phones, but keep them nearby, as there will be an opportunity later in the program to share your achievement on social media. Please stand for the processional and remain standing for the National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, thank you. Please take your seats. First of all, join me in thanking Nancy Liz from Smyrna, Tennessee, who's graduating with her Bachelor of Arts degree in Interdisciplinary Studies for performing the National Anthem. Thank you so very much. Well, good afternoon, y'all, or as we like to say, all y'all, because there's a bunch of you here. It's my honor to convene the 75th WGU Commencement here in the great city of Austin, Texas. On behalf of the entire university and our Board of Trustees, we welcome our honored graduates and congratulate you on completing one of life's greatest achievements. Hear, hear. We also extend our warmest welcome to the many family members and friends who are here to support their graduates. In addition, we want to recognize and welcome the many graduates who, together with their families and friends, are watching this event via our live webcast. Graduates, it's likely today that you would not have been possible without friends and family at your side through your journeys. Would all of you, the friends and families of our graduates, please stand up? Graduates, let's thank them for their help and support in your journeys. Thank you all. Thank you all. We know we go through life with those by our sides that help us in the journeys. At WGU, we often have family members graduating together. If you're graduating with a family member today, would you please stand up to be recognized? All right. It's truly great to see families share this accomplishment together. WGU is honored to be recognized year after year as a military-friendly university. We would like to recognize the military members who are graduating. With the graduates who are active duty, reservists, veterans, and military spouses, please stand to be recognized. Thank you all for your service to our country. And last but not least, if you, our students and alumni, are the lifeblood of this institution, then the faculty and staff are at its heart. With you today are many of our WGU mentors, instructors, and other employees. If you've been a beneficiary of the time and dedication they put into their work, please put your hands together one last time to give them a round of applause. WGU enrolled its first student 20 years ago. Now the university has more than 155,000 graduates all across this country. Since our last commencement in September, just 1 month ago, more than 3,000 students have graduated from WGU. Today, more than 1,500 graduates are joining us at our 2 ceremonies here in Austin to be individually recognized for earning their degrees. Among these, 810 have earned their bachelor's degrees and 695 have earned their master's degrees. You all represent 41 states, the District of Columbia, and Canada. And I'm proud to say, I'm a little biased, of the 1,500 attending, 999 are from the great state of Texas. Thank you all for being here. It's our privilege to recognize you on this very special day. Let me share some additional facts about today's graduating class, including both master's and bachelor's graduates. 72% of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. We extend a special congratulations to you. Your average age is 38. 70% of you are women. And on average, you completed your undergraduate program in 2 years and 2 months. That's amazing. Congratulations. Now, today's commencement celebrates you, our graduates, for setting and accomplishing a significant goal and moving to a whole new stage of your life. You join only 33% of the adults in the United States who hold a bachelor's degree. Much will be expected of you as you continue your life journey, as you take leadership roles at work and in your communities. Education is the great predictor of career success. You worked hard to attain an educational milestone that will change the course of your own history and influence future generations. Thank you for letting us all at WGU play a part in the fulfillment of your dreams. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce Darren Roberts, our commencement speaker. Darren is a former NFL coach and author of Call an Audible. He is the founding director of the Center for Sports Leadership and Innovation here at the University of Texas. The center is the first university-based institute dedicated to developing leadership and character curricula for high school, collegiate, and professional athletes. Through the center, Roberts teaches a course, A Game Plan for Winning at Life, to incoming freshman student athletes. Roberts holds a faculty appointment in the Liberal Arts Honors Program. He has received the Silver Spur Centennial Teaching Award and the Creative Engagement Award, and he was named a distinguished faculty member by the School of Undergraduate Studies in 2015. His research revolves around the issues of rejection, failure management, and leadership. He's been featured in ESPN The Magazine, Bloomberg, Business Week, and Sports Illustrated. His articles have appeared in the Dallas Morning News, Fortune, the Houston Chronicle, and Time Magazine. Roberts is also the host of an industry-leading podcast, A Tribe Called Yes, and you can access that on iTunes and Stitcher. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Darren Roberts.
All right. All right, graduates, stand up. I know you're cozy, I don't care. All right, I want you to turn around, look up in the rafters. I want you to blow a kiss to all of the friends and the abuelas and the cousins and moms and pops. We can't have enough gratitude, so thank you so much. You may, oh, look at the love. You can have a seat now. Get this going. This is a rowdy group, I love it. So all of those people up there, they were there with you during late nights. They brought you menudo and Whataburger. And now you're here. I grew up in the piney woods of East Texas. Here we go, we got some East Texans here. I'm a 5th generation East Texan. At the age of 6, my dad takes out a map of Panola County, which is where he grew up, and there's a plot of land. The map was drawn in 1870. A plot of land has 160 acres, and it's owned by Bill Roberts. Bill Roberts was my great-great-grandfather. And in my family, it is still a mystery how this black man in East Texas, 5 years removed from the end of the Civil War, found some way to accumulate 160 acres. But I remember at the age of 6, my dad turned to me and he would point to the map and he would point to me and he would say, "We don't know how Bill Roberts got this land, but I can tell you one thing, he didn't get it from sleeping in." So with that, I set a goal for myself to become the governor of Texas by age 40. Ask me how old I will be in a month. Okay, thank you, I'll tell you, 41. So obviously I took a wrong turn somewhere. I went to the school across the street in 1997. It was a campus of 50,000 students. I was from a small town of 12,291. I graduated and I applied to Harvard Law School. I didn't get accepted, didn't get rejected. What's in the middle? The dreaded wait list, dun, dun, dun. I'll paraphrase for you. Here's how the letter read. Dear Darren, we like you. Unfortunately, we like so many more people more than we like you. Now, Darren, in the highly unlikely event that all of those individuals turn us down, we may reach back out to you. But Darren, if you have any viable options for law school, we highly advise you to take them. With love, Joyce P. Curl, Dean of Admissions. So I was devastated. I walked around for 3 days in sackcloth and ashes, worked in DC, and I reapplied each year. For 4 straight years, I was waitlisted. And I'll tell you just how lazy the admissions committee was. It was as if they printed the exact same letter, just changed the date at the top, and mailed it to me. My mom calls me, elementary school principal, Mount Pleasant, Texas. She calls me and she says, Darren, you know I love you, don't you? Now listen, side note, if you're in a relationship and the conversation begins with your partner telling you, you know I love you, there's a good chance this isn't going to end the right way. I said, yeah, Mom, I know you love me, cared for me, gave birth, all those things. She said, well, Darren, I don't know how to say this, but I don't think Harvard wants you. I said, oh, death blow. I said, Mom, I go to your elementary school and you walk through the hallways and you see these signs like, reach for the stars and keep your face to the sunshine. I said, what about all that? She said, yeah, honey, that's for young people. You're old now. I was 26 at the time, mind you. I said, well, I'm going to give it one more shot. So I finally get into my dream school. I am going through the motions in law school, and then I work a football camp before my 3rd year of school. And listen, the volunteers asked for someone to fill in. It was the best 3 days of my life. I was coaching 60 sixth graders, none of whom had any athletic talent whatsoever. Luckily, they had a coach who had no coaching abilities at all. We were a match made in heaven. But I noticed something. For the first time in my life, I did not have to set my alarm clock to get up. For 3 days of this camp, I was up before the crack of dawn, excited to hit the field. And so when I went back to Boston for my last year of school, I called Mom again and I said, Mom, I want to be a football coach. I'm excited. My mom says, let me put your dad on the phone. Enter Reverend Kurt Roberts, 42 years, Baptist minister, Mount Olive Baptist Church. Dad, what is this about you wanting to be a football coach? Darren, yeah, Dad, I worked this camp. He said, yeah, whatever. Dad, son, do you know how much debt you're in? So let me tell you, graduates, I had racked up $250,000 in debt between, that's right, between grad school and law school. And the deal was, when I was in high school, my parents would pay for undergrad, but I was on the hook for grad and law school. And so I said, well, Dad, I was fortunate to get a full scholarship to go to undergrad. And so by my very crude accounting, it appears you and Mom owe me around $68,422.64. So my dad, being the minister that he is, He says, well, son, let's pray. So we bow over the phone. He hangs up. I still haven't seen a check. I decided I wanted to be a coach. I wrote a letter to every team in the NFL. There are 32. Got 31 rejections. Dallas Cowboys, no. Houston Texans, no. New England Patriots, no. The Kansas City Chiefs, yes. There are always random Chiefs fans in any crowd. Coach Herm Edwards calls me and he says, this is Herm Edwards. May I please speak with Darren Roberts? Yes, sir, this is he. He said, son, what's wrong with you? I read your cover letter and you're in law school. He said, are you sure? I said, Coach, I work this camp and I know this is the path for me. He said, listen, son, take out a piece of paper. I want you to write this down. We're going to hire you as a training camp intern. So training camp intern. No pay. Okay. No pay. No benefits. Oh, it gets better. No benefits. Says you're going to be working 18-hour days. Oh. So the lawyerly side of me is thinking this sounds like some kind of employment claim, right? 18-hour days, no pay, no benefits. But I said, sign me up. I did that for a season. I slept in Arrowhead in a deserted room for 6 months because I wanted to be the first face that Herm Edwards saw. At the end of the season, he hired me on full-time, and I spent 7 years coaching, and then returned back to UT to teach classes on leadership. I think about your journey, and so many of you have pushed through the naysayers and the doubters, people on social media, right? Everyone has an opinion on what you should do with your life, but all of you carved out the time and the energy and the grit to push forward to this very moment. I have 3 thoughts for you as you launch into this next phase of your expedition. Number 1, and don't be alarmed, we will die. Okay, not today. All of us will die. Time is a finite resource. You hear people say, I have time, I have time, I have time. It is a finite resource. And at some point, the clock will run out for all of us. I want you to keep pushing forward. This achievement that you have reached, this won't be the high water mark in your life. I want you to bring to every single day that you are able to wake up, to open your eyes and to move forward, to bring an intentionality and a sense of purpose to all that you do, because time waits for none of us. Number 2, hope is not a strategy. All right, hope is not a strategy. My grandmother would always put it like this to me. She said, Darren, you know, prayers are great, but at some point, you have to put some feet on your prayers. You have to put some feet on your prayers. Listen, life favors the people who stay in motion. Hope is a beautiful thing. It keeps our face towards the sunshine, but action is the thing that keeps us alive. So all of those things that you've been thinking about doing, opening up the LLC, starting the nonprofit, right? Taking on a leadership position in your community. All of those things that you've been thinking about and putting off into the future, put them into the present tense. We're living in an age where there are no more excuses. So a 97-year-old man, the University of Texas, just won the Nobel Prize for chemistry. And a 16-year-old girl from Sweden just held her own against the United Nations. This is your time, regardless of age, regardless of what neighborhood you're from. This is your time to realize all of the goals that you've had in your life. So let's launch forward and move to that end. And finally, stay in the deep end. Stay in the deep end. At some point, all of you decided that you wanted more. And I'm sure you heard a million reasons for why you should not pursue this degree. You're too old. You don't have enough money. You have a good job. And you did it anyway. You pushed past all of the commentary that was trying to hold you back, and you said, I'm going to do this for me. I want you to hold on to that grit. Because in 2019, the barriers to entry have become exceedingly low. No office, WeWork. No Wi-Fi, Starbucks. No contacts, LinkedIn. No skills, YouTube. No degree, WGU. In 1857, Frederick Douglass was staring at a country that was at war with itself, and this man was no stranger to waging war against the status quo. At a very early age, he took on the identity of a naval officer and found his way to freedom in the North. And so, facing this imminent battle in the country, he penned these words. He said, "The conflict has been exciting, agitating, all-absorbing, and for the time being, putting all other tumults to silence. It must do this, or it does nothing. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. If there is no struggle, graduates, there is no progress. Stay in the deep end." Thank you.
Thank you, Darren, so very much. And now we have the privilege of hearing from two graduates. They are Christina Fernandez, who's receiving her Bachelor of Science in IT Database, and she's from Allen, Texas. And Lisa Prindle, who's receiving her Bachelor of Arts, Special Education from Fountain, Colorado. Please join me in welcoming first to the lectern, Christina.
Ooh, no pressure. Like most of you in the room today, my journey has been anything but ordinary. Like many others here, I took the long road to a college education. Perhaps some of you have had to prove yourselves. Perhaps you have been told things by people that you love and admire, or even perfect strangers who don't know your strengths that you can't, shouldn't, or won't. I've been told that I can't, I shouldn't, and I won't. But I'm here to tell you that I did, and I will. And so will you. So are you. So are we. After some time as a pastry chef, a hip issue I was born with became more pronounced, and working in hot kitchens became too painful. I had to reassess what that meant for me and my family. I was working in customer service and found it to be the most soul-sucking job. Food service and retail had nothing on those phone calls. I was on the phone with a lovely customer who called me a name that I actually had to Google when I realized I am so much better than this. I deserved more. I took the first step by transferring into a tech support role, but I knew finding a satisfying career would require a bachelor's degree. I began researching careers that would leave time for my amazing husband and weird and wonderful children who were over there making noise. I found data science and data analysis. Then I researched colleges that would help me reach that goal. I found WGU, and my life has never been the same. Like others in this room, I had to obtain some sort of IT certification to be admitted into WGU's IT college. So I studied hard, watched Professor Messer YouTube videos, and took the exams. I became A+ certified, which made me the first person on my team to obtain any IT certifications while also working full-time. That was the easy part. Then the courses started. Some I progressed through very quickly. Thank you, spreadsheets, for the easy win there. And for one of the English composition courses, I quoted the CEO of the company I work for. He requested to read the completed paper, and he responded with positive remarks and ended the email with, "Don't ever give up." It reminded me of when Dory said, "Just keep swimming," in Finding Nemo. His email is still in my inbox from 2017. Of course, not all courses went as smoothly as those two. Y'all know. Without the help of course instructors, most especially Joe Barnhart and Maria Schenck, and some fellow students, I probably would have imploded from stress and confusion, but I just kept swimming. I'd also joined a nonprofit organization, the Dallas Pinup Dolls, who work with organizations all over the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, volunteering in everything from making sandwiches for the homeless to gathering school supplies for low-income students to raising money for animal adoption charities. The skills I acquired at WGU allowed me to become the secretary and treasurer, and eventually the VP. Meanwhile, working in tech support, I was moving up pretty quickly. After my last tech support promotion, my stepdad passed away, and his passing hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. But I had to keep swimming. My new goal was to finish this degree and make my mama smile. She's probably over there crying happy tears right now. I had to keep swimming so my stepdad would be proud from above. I started knocking out courses like Babe Ruth hit home runs. Another term was complete. I was down to my last and most difficult term. It was at that time I emailed the manager of the business intelligence department at work to see how I could give myself an edge when I completed my degree. As it turns out, they had an opening, and he had me meet with him that afternoon. Let me tell you, this little girl was starry-eyed up there on that bright and shiny third floor. This was where the smart people worked. I was a nervous wreck, kind of like now. But I guess he saw something in me because I interviewed with him and his team 2 more times. The third time, I was not leaving anything to chance, and I pulled out all the stops. I brought in homemade chocolate chip cookies and Promised Land milk, the real deal. I was that serious about this position, and they were that serious about eating cookies. I started as a business intelligence analyst on February 25th and became the first female on my tech support team to be promoted, and the first person, male or female, to work their way up from customer service to a corporate level position. On my first day, my new boss jokingly told me to finish my degree or I'm fired. Just keep swimming, indeed. Along this road, I was told I was not qualified for the various positions I held. I was told I'd never make it in this profession. But in the words of my clever punk rocker daughter, don't tell me what to do. I don't have to listen to you. When someone tells you that you can't, shouldn't, or won't, prove them wrong. Don't argue with them, just show up and do it. Just keep swimming. When you're told there is no way, make a way. Just keep swimming. I leave you with these lyrics from one of my favorite bands, The Interrupters. What's your plan for tomorrow? Are you a leader or will you follow? I choose to keep swimming and lead. Obviously, following was never my style.
I got to follow 2 of them. Wow, thank you for selecting me to be up here. I've worked in education for 20 years, and I've always dreamed of becoming a teacher. But over the years, I've had a lot of reasons to question this goal, or to even give up on it entirely. I was often told that I was too happy, or too enthusiastic, or too cheerful. My own son-in-law, who works at the same school, once asked me, "Are you trying to irritate people?" When I asked, "What do you mean?" he pointed out that I like to sing as the kids get off the bus. "It's too early in the morning to be that cheerful," he told me. But I always believed that kids deserve cheerful. They deserve someone who's too enthusiastic about nurturing their young minds and starting their day off with a positive attitude and an excitement to learn. When I was a paraprofessional, someone once told me to stop doing all the extra stuff, like coming up with learning games or staying late to help a student, because I was making them look bad. But for me, it wasn't about them looking bad or about me looking good. It was about the students. I was enthusiastic, cheerful, and energetic because teaching was my passion. These kids were my passion. Before getting into education, I had gone to school with the goal of getting into the medical field. But medicine, it turns out, was not my real passion. I started working in education in 1999 in San Diego. I first started as a volunteer and then moved on to become a para. My oldest child, who was 7 at the time, was having behavioral problems in school, and I was being called nearly every single day. At the time, he had been given a standard ADHD diagnosis. It wasn't until later that he would be identified as having autism spectrum disorder. I worked with him on his behaviors, and I stood by the motto, "It's okay to be mad or frustrated, but it's not okay to be mean." My experiences working with my son were crucial to my work as a para and my experiences in the classroom. In turn, strengthened my skills as a mom with special needs. In fact, in 2005, we adopted 4 children out of the foster care system. 2 of them suffered with reactive attachment disorder and fetal alcohol syndrome. It was very difficult to parent these kiddos, but we did all we could, and during those years, I continued to work with students whenever I could. Once most of my children had graduated, I decided it was time for me to finally get my teaching degree. I had enjoyed being in the classroom so much, but despite my passion, I remained plagued by bullying I had received earlier in my career for being too much. Then I found Erin Gruwell, a teacher from California whose students, known as the Freedom Riders, wrote a series of diary entries that turned into a Hilary Swank movie. The students were considered unteachable and at risk, but Miss Gruwell knew better. She saw an ugly incident in her classroom and turned it into a learning moment, and it changed the lives of those students. It also changed my life. One day, I was reading one of Miss Gruwell's diary entries. I began to cry right in front of the students. She told of being bullied for being too preppy, criticized for being too enthusiastic. She was told she cared too much because she used her own money to buy books and take her at-risk students on field trips so that they could have the same experiences as other students. She was doubting herself and her calling. But then she writes, "My hypocrisy hit me. All year long, I had encouraged my students to avoid using labels like all and other gross generalizations. If I let a few other teachers chase me away, the kids would be the ultimate losers. They would think that I, like so many others, had bailed on them." When I read this, I realized that, like Miss Gruwell, my motivation has always been my students. So I kept going, kept trying, and held my head high. I completed that school year saying goodbye to my students as their para, and this fall, I returned as their student teacher. Thanks to WGU. Thank you. Like Erin Gruwell, I choose these kids because I still believe that any child can learn. Owen, my son, the one on the spectrum, sorry. He went on to serve 4 years in the United States Marine Corps, including a deployment to Afghanistan. He graduated with his associates in criminal justice and is currently at UCCS majoring in criminal justice and forensics. He just needed someone who didn't give up on him and someone who held him to higher standards. I will continue to hold every student to the same high standard, even if the world has low expectations for them. They are why I became a teacher. They're why I'm too enthusiastic, too cheerful. These kids are my kids. I will be there for them now, thanks to WGU, as their teacher. And they will always know they have a safe place to come to in my classroom. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2019, for never giving up.
Thank you for those inspiring stories. Let's hear it once again for Christina Fernandez and Lisa Prindle. Amazing. Okay. We will now recognize each of our bachelor's degree graduates. Would the candidates for bachelor's degrees and post-baccalaureate teacher preparation endorsements please rise? So let's stand up here. All right, and everybody at home sitting on the couch, you guys stand up too. This is an exciting moment. Upon the favorable recommendation of our faculty and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and member governors of Western Governors University, I hereby confer upon you the bachelor's degree or endorsement you have earned to include the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Science, or the post-baccalaureate teacher preparation endorsement with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. You may now move the tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations. Congratulations on this important milestone in your lives. So let's please be seated for the moment. Folks at home, you can sit down too. The following leaders from each of our colleges will now present the diplomas to our graduates. Dr. Bruce Stetter, Academic Programs Director, College of Business. Dr. Jan Jones-Schenk, Dean and Academic Vice President, College of Health Professions. Chris Hellmuller, Administrative Director, College of Information Technology. And Dr. Stacy Ludwig Johnson, Academic Operations Vice President, Teachers College. Bruce?
All right, College of Business, are you ready? Well, the graduates from the College of Business, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Carol Evans.
Emily Oliva.
Jessica Coleman.
Daimeen Martinez.
Amanda Pressure.
Lincoln Delgado.
Vicky Wilmoth.
Norman Cremens.
Nicole Murray.
Rosina Nayakar.
Shannon Peck.
Pauline Carlson Crump.
Jennifer Stanton.
Jennifer King.
Brittany Rosales.
Christy Silverman.
Anna Atkins.
Brock Foster.
Stephanie Cassiano.
Brianna Cuter.
Charlene Hamilton.
Kelly Rojillo.
Randy Billingsley White.
Ruby Patterson.
Ashley Kidd.
Dawn Gill.
William Rodriguez.
Caitlin Lawson.
Jonathan Hyatt.
Brittany Skep.
Ren Newman.
Milane Solis.
Glenn Cruz.
Cheyenne Thomas.
Curtis Johnson.
Jennifer McLean.
Chelsea Puccetti.
Ricky Evenson.
Brittany Allen.
Zaire Herrera.
Amanda Schultz.
Jennifer Houston.
Tina Chase.
Jeremy Jones.
Alicia Bauman.
Andrew Hammond.
Karen Doherty.
Mia Matson.
Jessica Turner.
Virginia Hayter.
Mariah O'Briner.
Samantha Pullen.
Olivia Perez.
Esmeralda Garcia.
Carol Botke.
Sybil Hernandez.
Denise Wilson.
Amy Borajani.
Jessica Evans.
Marcus Lee.
Paige Brightman.
Barbara Cabaret.
Jeffrey Matthews.
Wendy Griffiths.
Linda Donnan Vrebeck.
Annabeth Denny.
Catherine Clem.
Pamela McGarity.
Holly Shear.
Craig Uberoth.
Douglas Vigliano.
Vicky Bars.
Catherine Klein.
Burke David.
Jacob Schneeberger.
Rebecca Anderson.
Adam Spinks.
Michelle Breeden.
Timothy Barrett.
Sarah Palmer.
Brian Smith.
Eugene Butler.
Carolyn Lohr.
M. Paul Robertson.
Brittany McCloy.
Natasha Leverson.
Teresa Moss.
Jessica Grostick.
Julie Strickland.
Keith A. Norris.
Elena Ortiz.
Tanya Polk.
Heather Burdick.
Ryan Walker.
Amanda Rizzo.
Robert Brown.
Myra Castaneda.
LaFonda Jimenez.
Tara Bridges.
Victoria Kleffner.
Gilberto Alcala.
Jody Byer.
Joe Hayukul.
Jennifer Edwards.
Robin Shaw.
Brandon Armstrong.
Laura Fuller.
Rachel Richardson.
Catherine Matson Asada.
Jonathan Stovall.
Veronica LaRock.
Sandra Hall.
Brandon Bryant.
Daniel Hernandez.
LaDonna McNeil.
Amy Jones.
Stephanie Waltz.
Adelina Canoli.
Xavier Trent.
David Campos.
Clayton Smith.
Stephanie Jones.
John Halter.
Jennifer Stewart.
Danielle Neal.
Blair Murphy.
Dana Gibbs.
Jolene Peebles.
Craig Lane.
Valerie Martinalik.
Christopher Nicholson.
Matthew Anderson.
Nicholas Quinage.
Richard Wilson.
Kimberly Angeli.
Seth McGilvery.
Corey Callahan.
William Watson.
Lisa Nelson.
Sarah Martinez.
Lanny Tokunaga.
Joseph Irving.
Nikki Tokunaga.
David Irving.
Ulysses Elam.
Jonathan Ford II.
Rhett White.
Angela Shiro.
Greg McCavich.
Aaron Krug.
Carson Wilson.
Corey Sackett.
Shannon Mejia.
Amber Chenier.
Jamil Wahidi.
Rachel Brown.
Jason Hazel.
Daniel Richardson.
Kelly Stever.
Nicholas Fritz.
Christina Cortez Friedman.
Robert Suvak.
Chris Acoli.
Jillian Lancaster.
Jerry Burnley.
Stacy Brinkman.
Jesse McFarland.
Kenneth Brewer.
Angela Hunt.
Tracy Wynn.
Sheila Lewis.
Tracy Moore.
Brenna Espanto McAfee.
Melinda East.
Shanice Kipp.
Serenity Shea.
Morgan Prescorn.
Rachel Grant.
Connie Ski.
Sarah Westerbeck.
Tammy Cullum.
Stephanie Cortez.
Charisse Nance.
Bradley Schmidt.
Ashley Edwards.
Keith Hogue.
Patty Potts.
Emily Kilburn.
Anthony Hasso.
Matthew Robinson.
Amy Levan.
Sean Grant.
Kristen Jean.
Mackenzie Gold.
Adrian Hernandez.
Jordan Gill.
Catherine Smith.
Grace Wallach.
Balam Reyes.
Kaylee Karch.
Angela Bradley.
Lakeisha Perry.
Elizabeth Danielle Myers.
Jerlisa Miles.
Miriam Maldonado.
Rosie Powers.
Bobby Kendall.
Joshua McCann.
Shoshana Cook.
Jennifer Kukla.
Cynthia Cook.
Samantha Bryant.
Samantha Chavez.
Tatiana Miles.
Maribel Hernandez.
Jenny Anderson.
William Lee.
Sarah Bailey.
Alicia Kalani Hamont.
Julia Wenger Font.
Donald Gulick.
Sunyuan Chong.
Marla Wilson.
Chelsea Kuczynski.
Amanda Johnson.
Carlisa Miller.
Leah Fuller Dabney.
Arthur Hernandez.
Golden Turner.
Catherine Porter.
Karush Adibzadeh.
Rhonda Estrada.
Ginger Moore.
Stephen Anthony Wilson.
Teresa Rios.
Diane Harter.
Misty Perkins.
Maria Curls.
Jessica Starley.
Allison Rhodes.
Christy Golightly.
Sherry Sell Premer.
Velma Vella.
Shannon Landris.
Ryan Otelli.
Darlene Perez.
Taryn McCabe.
Christina Zaitopek.
Travis Hobbs.
Jennifer Greer.
Tanya Shepard.
Kristen Paramore.
Allison Elliott.
Brianna Darcy.
Eric Graneo.
Eric Blunt.
Derek Liu.
Todd Rozeski.
Candy Fuller Threet.
Mariela Vela.
Camille Scott.
Kimberly Nejas.
Yesenia Islas.
Khadija Morgan.
Nicole Stein.
Christopher Smith.
Iris Sotheby.
Alexis West.
Pratik Barali.
Sandra Diaz Chiras.
Story Woodley.
James Smithwick.
Cassandra Pegues.
Jordan Glenn.
Stacy Morton.
Aaron McNeils.
Wendy Prophet.
Melinda Calabresi.
Kelly Arndt.
Melva Trejos Velez.
Keith Hardesty.
Sherry Devine.
Amanda Roberts.
Elizabeth James.
George De La Torre.
Lakira Phoenix.
Siobhan D'Angelo.
Zenaida Morelos Paz.
Sarah Jennings.
Pepe Perea. Shanika Medard. Christine Grace Ramos. Tereshitas Rojas. Dan Floyd Barrios, Jr. Congratulations to the graduates of the College of Business.
Good afternoon from the College of Health Professions. Will our new graduates from the College of Health Professions, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Satang N.
Abby Dresser.
Sonia Gomez Perez.
Ann Adikwa.
Elisa Davis.
Constance Henry.
LaShundra Foster.
Jennifer Shepard.
Brianne Meyer.
Joanne Wolford.
Amber Ortiz.
Crystal Cook.
Jane Niaga.
Edith Funtong.
Crystal Goltz.
Crystal D.
Tracy Gleaves.
Marla Frazier.
Tammy Towns.
Tamika Stewart.
Leanne Ding.
Amy Varnum.
Catherine Graham.
Ngusi Ngwanze.
Margaret Alvarez.
Maureen Duro.
Amanda Renee Haig.
John Kamau.
Matthew Zamarone.
Patricia Kimeo.
Kimberly Salang Delgado.
Elizabeth Ann Vasquez Kaiser.
Aubrey Seeker.
Oluwayanke Adamola.
Melinda Wilhite.
Lola Brooks.
Michelle Jacobs Brown.
Lindsay Jackson.
S. Yvette Robertson.
Mirna Elizabeth Gomez Huerta.
Denise Miller.
Cheyenne Ray.
Carrie Rosati.
Lillian Ronge.
Felicia Anderson.
Kristen Ramirez.
Cindy Zamaripa.
Mary Page Scott.
Tamara Howard.
Emily Ramos.
Xiaoheng Yu.
Tracy Rios.
Laurel Lozano.
Kylie Harrison.
Deborah Butler.
Anita Hopkins.
Karen Shabesta.
Erica Stevens.
Nana O'Fay.
Rhonda Swenson.
Mitzi Giselle Orvis.
Amanda Reinhart.
Marisa Janeka.
Peter Dewar.
Fiton Obioma.
Susan Landenberger.
Brenda Duran.
Shania Naduka.
Michelle Carlos.
Alicia Emerson.
Kendra Hughes.
Nancy Olivares.
Elizabeth Bilodeau.
Laura Christina Torres.
Jose Kwakawa Perez.
Abby Nebagwa.
Jana Talbot.
Catherine Johanmeyer.
Nicole Iwuchukwu Mbawu.
Natalie Tissue.
Krista Angus.
Kirby Johnson.
Christina Spencer.
Mabinti Aluko.
Crystal Franco.
Heather Hicks.
Kanetta Evans.
Denise Miller.
Xiomara Davila.
Katina Harris.
Deborah Sibley Ricketts.
Isabel Penkman.
Stacy Boyle.
Meredith Kosi.
Melissa Green.
Colleen Russo Williams.
Imelda Santos.
Kayla Bauman.
Cynthia Miller.
Kimberly Davis.
Rocio Rosado.
Nancy Niasisi.
Natalia Castano.
Niels Tobiasen.
Aaron Adams.
Juliana Farley.
Mary Fisher.
Alaji Faye.
Julie Bird.
Roderick Shepard.
Jenny Morrissey.
Kayla Conway.
Jeannie Jones.
Christina Pagan.
Amalara Shagbanmu.
Lisa Cheddar.
Crystal Sears.
Patricia Tucker.
Tawny Evans.
Kelly Hootman.
Dawn Jimenez.
Gail Zavala.
Jamie Shine.
Serena Reyes.
Vivian Barrientos.
Stephen Smith.
Annalie Schraden.
Karen King.
Nakia Sanders.
Karen Bowers.
Jasmine Emmett Zampaligre.
Loretta Sherman.
Sonia Starr.
Brandy Holmes.
Ruth Vega.
Miguel Serrano.
Folake Adu.
Brandon Story.
Princetta Green.
Carol Pualani Kroos.
Elizabeth Hale.
Erica Clevenger.
Twanya Irvin Pringle.
Shaliz Nasir.
Esther Dasumu.
Gwendolyn Tacky.
Isiame Nwame Ngidi.
Yvonne Siegla.
Teresa Moe. Jordan Tremble.
Say it a little louder.
Jennifer Babington. Damilola Akinbumi. Amy McAvoy. Victoria Chiarella. Gina Marie Becho Dominguez. Tequila Russell. Kristen Silverberg. Champji Derek. Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU's College of Health Professions.
Will the graduates from the College of Information Technology, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Keith Reed.
Renee Rios Jr.
Jeremy Jennings.
Larry Mangum.
Cliff Lawler.
Marco Ortiz.
Caesar Garza.
Rudyard Murdoch.
Frank Chapetta.
Zachary Brooks.
Garrison Smith.
Gregory Fortune.
Ryan Jones.
Ethan Myers.
Sean Duncan.
Ryan McMullen.
Stephen Burby.
Jeremy Rhodes.
Gregory Lee.
Dante Mooring.
Garrett Linscomb.
Jacob Banker.
Raymond Lanou.
Matthew Solomon.
Stephen Dembski.
Scott Karsten.
Christina Fernandez.
Aaron Thummel.
Matthew Phillips.
Brad Thomas.
Jesse Dyer.
Jason Finoglio.
Sebastian Drywa.
Tim Brosis.
Rochellette M. Pickens.
Justin Russell.
Jonathan Michael Rutherford.
Jonathan Yin.
Russell Hardman.
Willibrod Nyingwa.
Thomas Klumker.
Garrett Widman.
Kevin Schwartz.
Kevin Castillo Garcia.
Nathan Casey.
Kyle Lemon.
Kimberly Shugart.
Chet Black.
Luis Del Castillo.
Matthew Sisson.
Justin Haynes.
Will Giles.
Kendall Blake Goodwin.
Daniel Anderson.
Michael Burgess.
Justin Thibodeau.
Art Peterson.
Jason Levine.
Jeff Leninger.
Matt Kuhn.
Cameron Cazell.
Eric Minto.
Kimberly Elmer.
Richard Dixon.
John Musselman.
Brian Curry.
Odell Beeman.
Jamie Lee.
Eric Angel.
Caleb Hogue.
Austin Manuel.
Anish Pokarel.
Vidal Barfield.
Kian Akins.
William Alderman.
Justin Calabrese.
James Cook.
Paulette Trigg.
Gaetchen Pierre.
Alvin Collins.
Val Christopher Robinson.
Lauren Benor.
Eamon Hennedy.
Samuel Parms.
Lawrence Grant.
Benjamin Hauser.
Martin Headley.
Sean Ibrahim.
Vitali Basuk.
Cole Jenkins.
Juan De Luna.
Winston Moore.
Kelly Dean.
James Scott Haney.
Sohail Zafar.
Jason Hancock.
Teodoro Imus.
Harry Seeley.
Daniel Williams.
Madhu X.
Ryan Cruz.
Maureen Ongwe.
Joshua Gill.
Spencer Bloom. Congratulations to our graduates of the College of Information Technology.
All right, WGU Teachers College, are you still out there? All right, let's do this. Will the graduates from the Teachers College, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be individually recognized. And congratulations all.
Whitney Doxey.
Megan Tant.
Laura Dury.
Lisa Prindle.
Crystal Gonzalez.
Nancy List.
Paige Ewerman.
Charlisa Williams.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Raylan Fisher.
Lauren Wade.
Michelle Mazak.
Scotty Branham.
Candace Jones.
Onisa 8 Raba.
Allison Guy.
Rachel Rothman.
Kayla Monroe.
John Trevino.
Heather Slayton.
Stacy McDonald.
Katrina Hold.
Denise Anderson.
Clarice Siobhan Dakota.
Stephanie Duncan.
Zozan Khurshid Agid Kushan.
Tara Bunch.
Tiffany Smith.
Rachel Taylor.
Greg Villegas.
Richard Schulter.
Allison Teisler.
Eamon Arshad.
Sarah Pruitt.
Alexandra McMains.
Triana Tijerina.
Britannia Kennedy.
Caitlin Clark.
Tanika Dixon.
Shannon Tack.
Deidre Payares.
Beverly Montgomery.
Kevin Shipley.
Sarah McBride.
Sasha Deal.
James Hall.
Sarah Moore.
Rosemary McDowell.
Kaylin Santos.
Jaden Poindexter.
Alexis Jensen.
Georgia Lane.
Megan Shivers.
Melissa Watkins.
Imani Nero.
Catherine Elliott.
Heather Sheehan.
Ashlyn Friddle.
Veronica Willoughby.
Tiffany Butler.
Jennifer Hopper.
Kayla Monroe.
Holly Prine.
Antoinette Garcia.
Jessica Gale Yarno.
Amber Hoop.
Caitlin O'Brien.
Stephanie Provost.
Kayla Fosco.
Deanna Amy.
Monica Cash.
Shantae Weather.
Michelle Reynolds.
Megan Spencer.
Thelma Early.
Larry Thambro.
Taylor Markham.
Sharon Mays.
Melanie Greenwood.
Nicolette Reynolds.
Shirley Owens.
Cindy Lindsay.
Mary Sue Michalak.
Jessica Evans.
Ian Anderson.
Linda Evans.
Morgan Jones.
Julie Marie Jones.
Marissa Talbert.
Audrey Marlowe.
Cassie Hitchcock.
Ariane Freeman.
Sydney Fields.
Brianna Boyle.
Karina Sawyer.
Lori Rice.
Sarah Funderburg.
Jerry Weiss.
Natasha Estrella.
Sarah Greenback.
Matthew Hirschblond.
Amberly Duke.
Nina Flores.
Amanda Martinez.
Courtney Sunbarger.
Jessica Kreiner.
Tara Borgana.
Lindsay Toothman.
Carmen Ruiz.
Lillian Uvilla.
Camilla Stewart.
Amanda Ann Alanis.
Adenia Garcia.
Lindley Na.
Jennifer Megan Lang.
Georgina Rio.
Melissa Conklin.
Patricia Blackmore.
Rosio Wade.
Erica Aguilar.
Jennifer Valdez.
Stephanie Mobley.
Otelia Miller.
Jennifer Connor.
Yvette Medina.
Brooke Schwass.
Laura Navarro.
Kalina Heskew.
Jason Richland.
Ariane Smith. Myra Cantu. Alyssa Kimmel. Joanna Daly. Anna Watson. Lori West. Congratulations, WGU Teachers College graduates.
Graduates, please accept our sincere congratulations. You now join the ranks of more than 155,000 WGU alumni worldwide. That's right. That's a big family. We have an active alumni community, and we invite you to stay involved. Visit alumni.wgu.edu to connect with your fellow night owls and take advantage of many benefits and resources there. For many of you, earning this degree is the fulfillment of a lifelong goal. The academic degree you have earned at WGU will open doors and allow you to explore new opportunities. But it's important to remember that commencement is not the end. It represents a new beginning. I encourage you to explore your dreams, to dare to discover and follow your passions. Whatever you choose to do it well, and great things will follow. Learning is a lifelong journey every day, and one that's now a habit of both your mind and your heart. I urge you, as you continue your journey, to reach out to others who are in pursuit of their dreams. Identify meaningful ways that you can contribute to your communities and that you can contribute to your neighborhoods. And help us find our way as a country to unite and create a better pathway for our children and our children's children. Now let's take a minute and celebrate with a selfie. I'm going to invite Steve up here. So we're going to take a selfie, and do you have directions?
And then we're going to turn around, and I'm going to take a picture of all of you, but I want Goofy you, okay?
Goofy you. All right, here we go.
You do that.
Okay. All right, I got longer arms. Okay. Okay, you like your look?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Let it shine. There you go.
Come
That's
on.
perfect. As you celebrate on social media, please remember to use the hashtag WGUGrad so we can encourage our fellow night owls who are following in your footsteps. This now concludes our commencement ceremony. Please remain seated until our graduates have filed out. Thank you so much.